RNG?
I don't even know what that means.
No one knows what it means, but it's provocative.
No, it's not. It's
Gets the
gross.
people going.
Random news. RNG. TGP.
TGP
Random news
presents.
generator. RNG. RNG. Real nigga games. Random news. RNG. Random number generator. RNG. Real nigga games. RNG. TGP. Random news. Random news. RNG. Random news.
Real nigga games.
Samurai Black. D-Ring.
Random numbers.
TGP. RNG. Random news. Random news generator.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of RNG Radio with your hosts Samurai Black and D-Rain. And I hope I didn't say too soon and there's everything something like it's supposed to. What's going on, Ham? How you doing?
I'm good, bro. I am good. It's a good morning. Woke up, watched a lot of shit this weekend, played some games this weekend. I'm good, man. I'm good though today. Glad I got to wake up.
A lot of shit is indeed, and we still didn't even watch all of it. Like there's still some stuff we still gotta watch.
Yeah, there's still one show we just left out.
Bro, I completely spaced on it, man.
I did.
For you guys watching, the show we're talking about is Goosebumps that dropped on Friday. It completely spaced both of us, so we'll make sure to watch that. But it also dropped 5 episodes, so I don't know if we would have even if we remembered if we would have been able to watch everything. So there are 5 episodes of Goosebumps already. Make sure to go check it out, and we will be able to talk about that next week. But that doesn't mean we don't have enough to talk about today, because we still got quite a bit of stuff to talk about today and a lot of stuff to catch up on.
Oh yeah.
Neither of our teams won this week. We both kind of got blown out. Purdue more so.
SC got blown out. Dodgers got swept. Okay. I'm just hurting this week.
Purdue got bodied. I don't know. Just found out that the Panthers used their number 1 draft. Rumor has it that the Panthers used their number 1 draft pick for trade bait. Doesn't look like it's paying off. So yeah, dude, sports world for RNG is not going well right now, man.
My Raiders are ass. All right, that's football. I'm hoping and praying that my Lakers do something this year. That's all I got hope left in. All right, because my Dodgers did so good in the season, and then literally
swept.
Like, it's not even that like we put up good game, bro. We couldn't hit or pitch or it's like hey, yo, we forgot how to play baseball. So it's like Mike. Remember when his shoe broke? Remember his shoe ripped? And they like get on the court. That's what they did. They was like, what am I supposed to do,
was the movie, man.
Bro. Sports hasn't been it. TV has been it for me in video games. Sports has not been it for me this week.
Video games for sure, because it's not one of the news topics, but something happens this week at the end of the week. If you guys forgot, Spider-Man 2 drops at the end of the week. We might not see. Well, we already know we weren't going to see him for Buzz with the Boys this week because he's at a family vacation. I don't know if he's going to make it to this family vacation or not. Like, I'm not convinced that he doesn't get sick on Friday.
I've prepped myself for this moment. Okay, I'm off Friday. I got Thursday night. Game drops at 9. Okay, gonna get some play. I got all Friday before I leave Friday night. Okay. I won't get the game done, but I'm leaving early Saturday morning to come, or Sunday morning to come back home. So I can finish this game, because I wanted to have this game beaten before Monday. Before I go to work on Monday, I want this game beaten. I'm excited for it, bro. I've been waiting.
I'm excited for you, man. I'm excited. I mean, you can't see, but I got half of the game on my hoodie today. So Miles is there.
There you go. I appreciate it.
Another TJ Maxx find. Another ball of TJ Maxx find.
That shit is so hard, bro. Is that Storm?
Oh yeah, Storm, Black Panther, and Miles.
Damn it, he did it again.
Right. This was fire too, bro. This is fire. So
good one.
Anyway, let's go ahead and get into some of the news we got here. First and foremost, So I don't even want to call this PlayStation Slim. So like the next version, the PS5.2 or whatever was released and announced, not released but announced this week. This is the version of the PlayStation that has a detachable disc attachment. Um, I, it doesn't have like its own special name. It is technically thinner than the original PS5. Excuse me, sorry about that, but
Yeah.
not by much. It's like I think it said like 18% on the digital version and like 23% or something like that on the disc version. The digital version, like I said, you can purchase a disc tray if you want to later on have the disc tray on it for $79.99. Okay, sorry, let's do the price range. So first off, the digital only version, the digital only version and the disc version come with a terabyte of storage, so it's a little bit bump in storage. If you remember, the PS5 came out, it was like 850,
yeah,
or I forget what the number was, but it was a really weird number, and we talked about it when it first came out. But these have been bumped up to a terabyte, so a little bit better storage. The software on it and the hardware, from the most part, doesn't seem to be changed at all, so no real improvements there. But the digital version comes out at 450 and the disc version comes out at 500. So that means that the digital version is actually $50 more than the original one. And the disc version is the same price. And then if you buy the new digital version, you can buy a disc tray for it at a later date, whatever, if you decide you want it, for $79.99. So it then makes it more expensive than the disc version, which is.
And then don't you have to buy the stand for it too?
So it comes with it does come with a horizontal stand. There is now it comes with a stand, is what the blog says. A horizontal stand. They are selling a vertical stand for, I think it was $29.99 for the vertical stand. Now the problem with that is that the stand that comes with the original ones is able to hold the PlayStation 5 vertically or horizontally. So I would be probably fired from TGP if I didn't give Sony a lot of crap for this console announcement.
You can hold it horizontally?
Because it can so like that's my thing. So like I knew that it did horizontally. I didn't know that it did the vertical one. But apparently,
Wait,
if you
what?
go, so the original stand, the original stand can hold it horizontally or vertically. I have mine horizontally. When I use the stand.
How do you have the stand on it with the horse? I'm like looking at it right now.
So
because I have mine vertically on the bottom. Like
it hooks on to it hooks on to like the kind of the lip that comes out, and that's how it holds it in place. But yeah, so
that's fucking crazy.
So yo, what's going on, Jess? How you doing? So I think this is an L announcement, dude. I think this is a big fat L. First off, it's more expensive. First and foremost, more expensive for 100 gigs, which is minuscule at this point.
Barely a game nowadays.
Yeah, but I say barely, like if a game nowadays. What's up, Plugsy? How you doing?
Plugsy.
So you get the little bit of extra storage. They're kind of, and everything. It's moving to kind of like an a la carte system where you have to pay for each individual thing. You can buy the whole disc version, which honestly, if you're going to get the newer version of it, like just get the disc version. Like even if you don't think you're gonna buy a whole bunch of discs, like I mean, just in case, put up the extra $50. In my opinion, put up the extra $50. Because if you decide to do it later, you're paying more.
Yeah.
The whole vertical stand thing, I think is kind of stupid. They're charging for it when like the original one came with something that can hold it vertically and horizontally. I just think this is like, I feel like this feels like they felt they were forced to put something out, and they just put out like subpar equipment, and it's not subpar because it's still the PS5. The PS5 is a great machine, but we could
You're
have
just putting out
skipped
another
yeah,
PS5,
like
bro.
we could have just skipped this. Like this could have just been skipped altogether. If you wanted to come out with the vertical stand, bro, just put the vertical stand on the PlayStation Store and see if you're gonna sell it, bro. Like at the end of the day,
I
I don't
can't
know,
even look.
man.
What are we
I
talking about? We're
don't
talking
know.
about PS5. They or Sony came out with their PS5 Slim. So we were talking about the prices on it and how they're
Slim.
charging us for a fucking vertical stand. I think we
So
would say it was like $30 for a
it's
vertical stand. Yeah.
$30 for the vertical stand if you want it. Again, and it's not required. It's if you want it. They basically the new version of the PS5 is the big gimmick is the fact that if you buy the digital version and you later want to buy and you later decide, you know what, I do want to have like the disc version of games, you can buy a disc tray and attach it to the PS5. And that's really the only thing that's really different. And it's slightly thinner, slimmer.
I want to know how you're
Very
going to be able
slight.
to attach that disk drive to your PS5 later.
So the front plate is basically two pieces. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming like you pull off like the bottom portion of it, and
Mhm.
there's probably like a connector there that you just connect.
Okay.
That's gotta
Okay.
be it.
Yeah.
Like
Because like, I'm looking
has
at
to be.
mine, like I've take mine off so I clean it. So like I see them just
Mhm.
having like a whole extra, like it'd be two separate case, like a two piece on your case, basically.
Plugsy, I'm also not a huge fan of the digital only. I typically buy like the disc version of consoles. We'll see for how long that lasts though, because so many things are going digital and being released digital and stuff like that. And it's not like, and even for like some of the digital, like the physical games, like it's still only the license for it. So I mean, like that's kind of like the way things are moving. And every now and then, like I buy digital games and stuff like that, but um, like with some of the decisions these companies are making, like digital's got to be the wave. Like we just have to kind of get
It's
with it.
honestly a lot easier, man. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Easier in some senses, because the other thing, so like for instance earlier this week, I think I told you, my internet went out. I think it was
Yeah.
like Tuesday or Wednesday. um I went downstairs to play. Since my internet was out, I was like, you know, I'm not studying or anything like that. I can't really do any
Hmm.
work, so I was gonna play. I was actually gonna play some Kingdom Hearts, right?
Hmm.
Kingdom Hearts I purchased digitally. Can't play Kingdom Hearts unless you set it beforehand to be able to play a digital game offline. I can't play it because the PlayStation cannot verify that I have the license to play that game. Now there's a
That's
setting you can go into that says, hey, like I should be able to play. Like I haven't gone through the setting yet, just because I just found out about it. But
yeah.
it said there's a setting you can go into like to be able to enable that. So I don't know like what all I have to go through to do that. But just out of the
That's
box,
weird.
no, you wouldn't be able to do it. So which makes sense because like there's no way that you can verify, because at that point you can try to find the file online and just install it or use a USB drive to put on your PlayStation. Doesn't necessarily mean you have the license for it, but
Yeah, but they
yeah.
should be
So
able to keep track of what you purchase and stuff like that.
I completely, but without any internet, how are they going to be able to though?
Because it's
With
on my
besides the
account.
license.
I mean, I'm in my accounts. Yeah, I guess it's on my damn console already, nigga. It's not like I just tried to download it. You know what I mean? Like it's been. Oh, that's weird. I never had that problem.
I can download a file on my USB stick and put it into my PlayStation and download it that way.
Yeah, but then it's not. It's like in a file on your PlayStation, whereas
That
like the games
that
are in your game library.
that's
I mean, I
all.
guess it's
That's
still a file,
yeah.
but
That's all it is. That's all the digital downloads are these files that get
yeah, but
sorted.
I
They get
mean,
sorted
like,
into a folder based on the file type that it is. So like obviously, like if I have like pictures on my USB drive, it's not going to go to the
mhm.
game library. It's going to go to the media. But that file type is what sorts it. So
Yeah, but like even then on my other one, like my game would just pop up on my on my home screen. Whereas if you download a file that I don't know, I haven't downloaded a game and tried to put it on my PS5, so I wouldn't
don't do
fucking
it.
know.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh, I'm
But
not.
yeah. So
But yeah, I like digital because like when I'm at like if let's say I'm at
mhm.
work, I buy a game, I just download that shit. Like I buy it on my phone, download it
Why are
from
you
my shit
waiting?
from the phone. Yeah.
100%. That's how
So
I did escape the back rooms when we decided we were gonna play it. I was I don't think I was at home. I forget where I was, but I got on Steam on my phone and was like, all right, download this bitch to my Steam
hmm
library. So yeah, I mean like
shit's on already.
it definitely
Yeah.
has its advantages. But
Yeah.
just like everything else also has its disadvantages. Digital
True.
copies
This
should
is
not
true.
cost the same as physical copies also. I mean, honestly, so like I know there's a lot of people that like have that argument, but
Mhm.
my thing is I don't think people realize like how cheap those little discs are. Like those are like quarters of cents for these companies for how many they buy.
Yeah.
And literally the only difference between the digital download and the disc is that physical disc. Everything else is basically the exact same. Like when you have the disc, all it is it gives you access to a license to play the content. So like
Hmm.
if you're gonna have the price difference, so the price difference would be like $1. So like, all right, so instead of $79.99, you're gonna pay $78.99. There you go. There's your savings for buying digital versus a physical
Hey,
game.
every dollar counts. All right.
Every dollar does count. Every dollar does count. But anyway, yeah, you're right. They pay like nothing for like not anymore, really. Anyway, so that's PlayStation. Um, I'm really mad because somehow I took off the PlayStation little picture there. So my bad for that, guys. But there it is. But anyway, moving on. So,
What we got next?
Daredevil Born Again is the new MCU Daredevil series that was going to be coming out. It's supposed to be what? It's like a 17 episode series or something like
18.
that. 18 episode series. It hasn't gotten the axe, but basically they're starting over. They it looks like the executives were not happy with how the show was progressing during the script and the shooting of it. They felt that the show was too lawyer focused, and
And
let's be
all right,
real.
here we go.
Let's be real. They were deathly afraid that this is going to be another She-Hulk, and people
Well,
were going
so
to
this
be
is my
pissed
thing.
about
So
it.
I read up on it too. So this is
Mhm.
what happened basically. Oh, hey Ariel. Appreciate you pulling
What's
up.
up, Ariel?
Um, basically, they said it was going to be too lawyer focused because
Mhm.
what they were going to do is in the first episode, Foggy and Karen were both going to get killed. And he wasn't going to be able to save them, which was going to make him hang up the mantle. And he was not going to be Daredevil for like the first 5, maybe 6 episodes. And
So
then he was
kind
going to
of
put the
like
suit.
so kind of like what was that season 3 or
2,
4? Was it 2? Was
2.
it 2?
He did it especially with what's it called with
Was it?
Punisher and all that stuff, and then 3-2 with Elektra.
Okay,
He
I was
like
thinking more
every
Electra.
I
I was
wouldn't say
thinking more
every
Electra.
season he was up and down. He was up and
Yeah.
down every
Okay.
season. But
Okay.
yeah, so there's that, and yeah, I'm okay with it. Honestly, I'm okay with it because if you're just doing a continuation off a series that has already been established, you can't just make him not be. You know what I mean? We've already seen him in suit in She-Hulk, right?
Mhm.
And then you're gonna kill off 2 main characters
First
for
of all,
this
I don't agree
show.
with that. I think that's dumb. I think that's dumb as shit. Like,
Yeah. So, but Vincent D'Onofrio did also comment on it and stuff like that, and he said like, "Don't worry, like everything's gonna be fine," because the big plan for that is like they basically wanted Kingpin to be like the big villain for Daredevil and Spider-Man and stuff like that. Because in the comics, Kingpin actually becomes the mayor of New York and uses the Thunderbolts to take out Daredevil and Spider-Man.
mm-hmm,
We have Thunderbolts, we have Kingpin, we have Daredevil, and Spider-Man. This shit can
mm-hmm.
happen. So they'll probably have a big plan for it. And they said that they kept some of the things from the series too. I'm pretty sure it's a lot of the fighting and stuff in it
Right.
to
Right.
keep it with the story. And I don't think that's going to mess it up at all in any way, shape, or form. I just feel like Marvel's realizing, like, yeah, bro, like we need to make sure they said quality over quantity. Like, if this is going to be a big series, we can't come lackluster with 5 episodes because we're going to lose everybody. It needs to be picked up and going on to it. That's what I feel.
The first article I think we saw said episode 4 was when he was going to first come in, and
Episode 4, yeah, 4 or 5.
again, like, and I told him this. I don't think that's too long of a wait to see him in costume.
But
Because
he's already been in costume.
no. So I understand that, like, and I don't think that, and I guess the way I'm thinking of it is not like some big reveal of the costume. It's just like that's the first time like he puts on the suit. So this is like my thought about it. Now, when you say
Right.
5 or 6 episodes, nah, I'm not with that. That's too long.
Yeah, that's
But
what
like
it is.
4 episodes, I would say like the first episode brings him back to Hell's Kitchen, and like he meets up with Foggy, and like they have a case or whatever, and like
Yeah.
they do like some background on the case. The second episode is like the case or whatever, blah blah blah. They end up losing. Like this is kind of like my like the way I was picturing this could be. So like they end up
Okay.
losing the case, and he gets pissed off, blah blah blah, and then they start doing some more research on whoever the case was against, and then they find out that the case that it was against is like one of Daredevil's minor villains or something like that. And
Okay.
then episode 4, all right, no, we really got to take this guy out because he's doing more and more with whatever he's doing. Puts on the suit. So like, I think there's ways to make it to where by episode 4 is when he finally puts on like the suit and starts going after somebody. But
I could s- I
5 or
could see
6, no way. 5 or
I can
6, no
see
way,
the 4.
absolutely not.
I still just feel like if you're
It's
introducing
still
him and
kind, it's still kind of long, but I think
but
people,
you pop him
yeah.
in there, you pop him in like his first appearance already has been suited up fighting. So
Right, exactly. No,
it's like
he was in his normal suit first, and then he fought like later on the episode. But
yes,
yeah, you're right.
and he took her down, and you know what I mean.
Hey,
Like,
yeah. So did he
Murdoch.
take her down, or did she take him down?
I mean, he might not be able
That's
to see, but my
She-Hulk,
man
bro.
knows what he's doing. All right, he might not be able to see, but my man DD know what he's doing down there. All right.
But yeah, so and like I said, like 4 episodes is definitely stretching it. 5 or 6, no way. I couldn't do 5 or 6. I think that'd be dumb. So basically, they haven't really. Did they state like this is gonna affect like when the show actually launches, or
No,
'cause
they
it
haven't
has
said
to,
anything.
right?
But
It has
they
to.
haven't. It will have to, obviously, but they haven't said anything. They just said that they're
They're gonna be progressing. So
yeah, they
hopefully
let go of everybody, and they're going
Yeah,
to be
they-
finding
they
some new
clean
people
house.
to do it.
They
Mhm.
clean house,
And they
man.
also they've done it with a few things too already. So I mean, I'm okay with it, bro. Get it right. Give it
Yeah,
to
get
me.
it right,
Get
get
it
it right,
right,
get it
bro.
right,
Get it right.
for sure. Hey, that's what everybody wants in the long run. So that's
Mm-hmm.
Daredevil. We're gonna move on to Crunchyroll. So Crunchyroll, for all the non like anime fans out there, Crunchyroll is one of the most established, one of the more established anime streaming sites out there.
Mhm.
It's really like Crunchyroll and Funimation, like those are the 2 top dogs.
And Crunchyroll
Um,
Supreme. I don't care.
Funimation, which is crazy because I'm pretty sure they're both owned by Sony Entertainment.
It's just because Funimation they dropped their shit later.
Bro, the
and I
app is
think it's
ass,
only
bro.
stubbed,
No,
right?
the app is ass, bro.
Oh, I don't even use the app, but I know they drop it later because my homie says,
Mhm.
yeah, I have Funimation, but I'm still like 3 or 4 episodes
Yeah.
behind. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
they do
no.
take longer. But yeah, the app is absolutely ass. So anyway, but Crunchyroll has announced that they are going to release for the US a 24-hour anime channel. So I don't know if that's gonna be like on actual TV or if it's gonna be like a website that you can just go onto.
It'll
and
probably
watch
be on the
anime.
app. I think it'll be on the
I
app.
feel like
just
it would be on the app, right? Like that'd be the easiest way to do it. Is like be
just
on
like
the app.
you load up on, usually like on
Mhm.
Netflix and shit like that, it'll pop up like, recently dropped, even like the new episodes it does it. It'll be like Rising the Shiro Hero season 3, you know what I mean? And then right there, I think like instead of that right there, how it'll be like, you know what I mean? Live TV right now and just show the
Right.
episode that's playing, you know what I mean? One thing I do think about this is like if they're gonna do that, like I just don't want them to like hip hop, like, you know what I mean, like bounce around. Like don't show me episode 700 and something from One Piece and then go to like episode 2 in Naruto 30 minutes later and then go to freaking DBZ and then go, like, you know what I mean, like give me some continuity of like a show, you know what I mean, like give me like a little season of a show and then go to another show or something. That's what I hope they do with it. I don't know
if
how.
it's gonna do that, dude. Like I think it's gonna be like kind of bouncing around. Now what I could see them doing is like, you know how like Toonami like back in the day was like Toonami lasted for like it was like 3 to like 6 or something like that.
Yeah.
And they could do like shonen. So
Yeah.
like you have like your Naruto, you have your Dragon Ball, you have blah 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 yada yada, and then for what was it called at night, at midnight or whatever, fuck, I forget what it was called now. Like when like Kenshin and Inuyasha would come on.
Was that no, that was Adult Swim?
Adult Swim, yeah, it was
Yeah,
Adult Swim.
yeah.
And they can have like later on the night like have some like the darker anime, blah blah blah. Like at a certain block have like sports anime and like break it up
Yep.
that way. But to your question, I don't think they're gonna do like, hey, today we're gonna like this day we're gonna do 2 hours of Naruto or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't see it happening
Okay,
like that. But
if they're gonna hop around, then you better just show me the dope shit in these episodes to get people in there. All right, I need to just see like first episode, nothing happened. That's what I need to see.
That's gonna be the shitty part, like you said, because like you're gonna tune in. It's like, oh, Naruto's on. Let's watch the Naruto filler episode. All right, well now not watching that again.
And then like the next episode is gonna be like
More
fucking
filler.
Gear 5. No, it's gonna be Gear 5 of fucking One Piece, bro. You're just gonna be like, dog, what is going on? What's happening right now?
I think it'd be
Oh
cool though. I
man,
think it'd be cool.
I think it's about
I think that they're starting to see, and it's something that we talked about a lot too. Is like just anime as a whole is becoming much more accepted over here in the West. So for them to have, I think that they're also saying that like that's something that's like yeah we gotta
honestly,
capitalize on that.
it's gonna be good to get people into it too.
Mhm.
Because if I'm sitting there, let's say I'm bored. All right, cool. Let me throw Crunchyroll up. Let me throw the TV channel up on my thing. Boom. Hey, an episode of Spy Family fucking comes on. Oh,
Mhm.
what? You know what? This is actually really fucking dope. I'm gonna go watch this anime now. You know what I mean? Like all I needed was that. I just needed to see an episode of it, and they gave me a good enough episode that like, okay, I can get to this point and see where it's going. So I think
Or
it'll work out.
or you just see something that you're not used to because like someone who doesn't watch anime probably thinks all anime is like
It's the
Dragon
same.
Ball.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it's
not.
like it's not like obviously like you said Spy
Like we
Family.
said, the
There's fucking
sports.
cooking anime, sports anime. Like there's just love interest
Wars.
over. So yeah, so I think the biggest thing is that depending on how they do the channel, and I think that's gonna
Mhm.
be a big thing. Is depending on
Yeah.
how they do the channel, whether it's on TV or whether on their app behind their paid subscription, is it needs to be easily accessible, and I think that's gonna be like their biggest hurdle to get over. Because if it's easily accessible, then I think they're gonna get a lot more fans or
Well,
grow more of a
I'll
fan
tell you
base
this
here.
much now. So they said they're going to do a 24-hour channel. So they'll probably have it on the app, but like, like Samsung has their TV, Vizio
Mhm.
has their little
Oh yeah,
TV
smart
channels.
apps. Yeah, exactly. But
Well,
that's my thing. Is like,
Crunchyroll will have a
are you gonna
episode.
are you gonna have to be subscribed to Crunchyroll to get it? Is the real question.
Well, I don't think
Or
so because like even
or
then,
like that's what I'm saying. Because like you can make this like a free feature on the
Mhm.
app, and then like you
Yeah,
said, somebody watch an episode of Haiku is like, yo, dude, like that was dope. Like, how can I watch more of this?
go
Want to continue
subscribe.
watching?
And,
Then go
yeah.
subscribe, and now you.
Well, even like on the Samsung TV, they have like a Hell's Kitchen channel. They have a
Mhm.
Love and Hip Hop channel. They
Yep, yep.
have a so like I think that they get a little deal going on with Samsung and Vizio and shit
Mhm.
like that. Throw it up on there. I literally throw those channels on. Lauren hates it because I watch Hell's Kitchen so much, bro. And fucking Kitchen Nightmares. Like it's just a channel. Just have it continuously running. I'm down for that, bro. If they can get it easily accessible like that, like boom, throw
Mhm.
it up on there and all that shit. I'm here for it, bro. I mean, I'm here for it anyway, but
Been watching Full Metal Alchemist and another anime show on Crunchyroll. Like there's
Ooh,
a lot of good stuff.
FMA is goaded.
It is
FMA
goated.
Brotherhood is
Even more goaded. Which is crazy because there's so few differences and it's just so good, man. So good.
it's just
So
so fucking
it's so good. It is that's like the Jordan, the LeBron Jameses, the Kobe Bryants of anime.
the
Right
the
there,
goat, the
bro.
untouchable. Like
Yeah.
anybody go, oh, what's the bet for Metal Alchemist Brotherhood? Oh yeah, yeah. And if
Agreed.
everybody,
Agreed.
there's not one person that will be like, nah,
They,
nah. Like
they will say either absolutely agree or I respect that opinion. And
yes, exactly.
There's no other explanation. There's no other appropriate
Mm-mm.
response to that question.
Mhm,
It's a really good
mhm.
show. I would have to be like it exactly. See, Ariel, like that's like my favorite answer. It's a really good show because like obviously people
Yes.
say like, oh, like that's a dope anime. It's dope anime. No, Full Metal Alchemist is a really good show. Like period. I just started
Um,
using Crunchyroll instead of Hulu and Netflix.
hey,
Yeah,
listen,
bro.
Jazz,
Oh, good move, Jazz.
that is an amazing move, but be careful. Okay? Because that is a
there's-
rabbit hole.
that
That is a
there's
rabbit hole.
rabbit hole, bro.
You
There's
will never
definitely a
recover
rabbit
from.
hole.
Okay, you will literally get lost, Jazz. Okay, I've done it before. I've just
Mhm.
started watching, and then you're just like, well, what's this? Okay, let me start. Well, what? And then you'll end up watching some shit. You were just be like, yo, what is
So-
going on?
I let shout out to Base No Can, Derek. I let him use my Crunchyroll. And every now and then, like I'll go in there, I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this? And I didn't
Start
watch
watching it?
this. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a rabbit hole. It's a rabbit hole. It's a rabbit hole.
Our homie Young Fully LA, he lets me use his. So and he is our anime guru. So like anytime we
Yeah.
need anything, he's like, so I'm lucky and I'm blessed that like I can literally pull up a Crunchyroll and just be like recently watched and there's like 15
This
different
gotta
shows.
be a
I'm like,
good one. This gotta be a
Yep,
good one. If it's
yep.
recently watched, this is a good one.
it's a good one. Yep, exactly. I was like,
All right.
holy cow, so many options. Right. Yeah, Jazz, you just honestly, I would say this, especially for anime, find your niche, okay? Find what you like because there is something for
Well,
everybody. And
Yeah,
there's
start in your niche.
yes, because I love sports, right? And I love
Mhm.
fighting. So like I would go for the animes like those. And
Mhm.
come to find out, I do like some of these like somber and it has no fighting in it whatsoever and just
Mhm.
story driven animes. And there's cooking animes that just made me fall in love with cooking all over again. Even some like I play sports and I enjoy sports. I will follow up on a lot of sports, but some of these sports animes, you're like, dog, like haiku is volleyball. You would never think that a volleyball anime would be gas, and that is top
That is
sports
top tier
anime,
sport
bro.
anime right there. That
Like,
and then I've heard the ping pong. There's a ping pong one that's actually really really good too.
yeah, there, and then Blue Lock, it's a soccer
Yeah,
one.
Blue Lock. Yeah, bro.
Oh my God. That one, Kuroko basketball.
I was gonna
Oh
say yeah,
my God.
Kuroko is
So
definitely
I've been on
standards.
Baki and there. Yo, Baki, if you like hands jags, Baki's where it's at.
Baki's yeah.
Yeah, I've heard about some of the sports animes. I don't want to watch those. So yeah, so just go into it. Take your
It's the
time.
rabbit
There's more.
hole.
You're
It's
gonna
not
get
going
going.
anywhere.
Yeah, you got more than enough. Literally, you can watch a new anime every day for the rest of your life, and you'll watch something new.
All right, but anyway, let's go ahead and keep it going because we still got a lot to talk about.
Yeah,
So,
we do.
there was a meeting with with Activision and with James Corden talking about a revival of Guitar Hero, and I really don't need to say much except make it happen somehow.
I only have one thing to say. Kind of proud of this. All right, it's not a
Rumored,
big.
Jazz, still rumored, like
I'm
not
not
confirmed.
I'm not one of those guys that are like on expert and all that other shit. Okay, it was on Medium though. Okay, Guitar Hero 2, Message in a Bottle. I can play that not looking at the screen.
That's insane. That's
Me and my
impressive. I can't play anything. I was playing on expert or whatever, but I couldn't play anything. I don't think I played any song enough to not look at the screen at all.
I put that on like me and my brother, we would do it, and I literally like so then I would go on Wednesdays for our high school days, bro, and they'd bring the TVs out and be up there, and I'd be like, let me see that, and I would definitely turn around, and they're like, bro, you're not even looking, and I felt like the man, bro, but it was only
Bro,
on
I'm
Medium, so
telling
like
you,
I
bro.
never really said anything, but dog, I would not even looking,
Listen,
turn the whole time watching a basketball game, just playing the whole fucking song, bro.
I remember World Tour was the first one that I owned. And bruh, listen, like I was that was an everyday. That was like back remember back in the day when you played COD every day. It was COD and
Hmm.
Guitar Hero, bro. Like that was
Yep.
it. That was it, man. When I played Guitar Hero, I found the
Dragon for
Yeah,
oh.
bruh.
Bro, don't get me started, bro.
Can never play on the hard version though. Nah. Yeah. It's dude. Some of those songs
My
are tough. Like
my cousin, she did expert Freebird.
I
Yes.
let me see. I'm trying to think
Yes,
if I
bro.
did expert.
Do you
I'm pretty sure
remember the
I
solo on
first off,
Freebird?
time out. So yes, I could do expert Freebird. I
I
was
couldn't.
once, and then I gotta take a breath, bro. My fingers are tired, bro. Like
Bro, that's solo,
the
bro.
solo is insane. I had to be so. I had to be like because I couldn't. I didn't master the solo. Like I could get through
Yeah.
it,
Yeah,
and then
but you
I'd be
weren't like
no. I'm not like one of those guys that are like perfecting like the entire song. Absolutely not. I could play a lot of the songs on expert and get through them. Never like
never like
99%. Yeah, no, not
no.
99% note like success rate or anything like that. Like but I could get through a lot of them. There were still a few that I couldn't get through, like Hot for a Teacher. No way. No
I
way.
couldn't do Through the Fire
That
and
was-
Flames, bro. That shit
Yeah,
is
no.
too crazy, bro.
Bro, like I never picked the song. I never picked that song.
I
What are
tried
you
it, bro,
talking
because
about
I
getting
love
through?
it, bro,
Oh, I
because they go
tried it,
crazy.
Yo,
No.
bro. Yeah, dude, Guitar Hero was my jam, bro. I was always a Guitar Hero, not a Rock Band person. Rock Band was cool, but
Rock Band was cool with the group of friends. Guitar Hero, you can do that shit solo. It doesn't matter, bro. Guitar Hero, yeah.
Exactly.
So,
I don't
yeah.
know if you remember.
I'm excited for it.
You remember
We're gonna have to ask him.
We can never finish the song. Listen, some of those songs are tough, like tough. So I'm excited if it happens. So I will say that one of the things I wanted to bring up is if this does happen, like that'll be really cool with how protective artists are being now with their music. I think this is gonna be. I think we're far away from this happening because like these artists are gonna want royalties from this, and like I think there's gonna
If
be
they do it
lots
though,
of
bro,
agreements.
give us
If they
online co-op.
that would be dope.
Bro,
That would be
buzzing, bro, rosing, bro. We're just
that would be
rocking out
dope,
and
bro. That would be actually legit. But you got to make sure your Ethernet didn't for that one though.
Oh yeah, it's in there, bro. We getting that shit, bro. I'll break the good.
Everybody, no internet in the house. It's 2 hours.
Not my
Shut it
boy
down.
Steph Curry. My boy G baby. Shout out to my boy G baby. Hopefully you're having a good time in Houston, my guy. Be safe
Oh,
out there.
okay. H
Enjoy
Town.
it, bro. H Town out there living it up.
All right. So Guitar
Appreciate
Hero.
you pulling up. Yeah, Guitar Hero.
X
Hopefully that comes.
Defiant. We played one of the beta tests for X Defiant, and it's pretty solid. Um, it sucks though because X Defiant has been delayed so much. It was supposed to come out this month, but now after the most recent playtest, it has been delayed indefinitely. They found out about a pretty like significant developmental issue in the game through this last playtest, and they want to make sure that it's fixed before the game launches. But the fact that they said it's delayed indefinitely, I think this is like a big issue in the game.
I
So
wonder what it can be though, because I
dude,
didn't see anything that was there that was bad when I
I
was
right
playing.
like when we played, like it didn't seem terrible. Like there were obviously like we obviously could tell
some
that it was a
glitches and
beta,
stuff. Yeah.
but yeah, like this and
I'll say this much: the MW3 beta runs 100 times smoother than the X
that
Defiant
yeah, that
ones.
sucks. But so like that and I feel like that's the problem is like this game has been delayed so much already. Now MW3 is gonna be dropping what we'd say. Well, actually,
November
what
next
was it?
month.
November, yeah. So
Next month.
November.
Next month.
I was gonna say November because it's normally November. So
Yeah.
dude, X Defiance is gonna be shut under the rug, man. Like it's like I feel like when the release date was moved to October, people were already talking about like, yo, has it been delayed too much? Has it lost hype? Blah blah blah. Now it's not gonna launch until possibly after Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. No, this game's gonna get washed, bro. It's gonna be washed under the rug. I guarantee.
Oh
it.
yeah, most definitely. And it
My
sucked because it was
cousin.
fun.
Yeah, it sucked. Yeah, it was cool, but there's no way it's not gonna survive. I personally don't think it's gonna survive. If it does and proves me wrong, fantastic. But I don't think it can survive anymore.
It's not, bro. It sucks. And I had hope. I had
Yeah,
hope for it.
for sure. Dragon Ball Daima. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. This is a I think it was Toriyama, brand new story, brand new animation. This is supposed to be a non-canon, like smaller series for Dragon
12
Ball.
episodes, right?
12. I think it said 12 episodes. Kind of basically as like the placeholder before the next season of Super starts. And in this story, it looks like they didn't really give a ton of the details, but it shows that kind of like in GT when Goku got wished to be a kid by Shinron. But it's not just Goku, so like it looks like all the Z fighters are kids. So it's actually really
everybody
funny.
too.
It was
Chi and all of them were little
yeah,
too.
so like Chi Chi was there. Like it was funny though because you saw Baby Trunks, but he looked like what Baby Trunks looks like. So I don't know if it's just like Baby Trunks or if it's Trunks being like aged down.
Yeah.
But yeah. So Goku, Vegeta, Krillin, Tien, Yamcha, all of them, they're all like little kids now. And obviously, just based off that, the idea of the show is them like trying to get Dragon Balls again to which us back to normal. But you see characters like you saw Babidi and Majin Buu, which I thought was really kind of weird. It's non-canon, so it doesn't fit in the storyline. I just want to say, bro, the animation looks so dope in this series, bro. It looks really good. I know some people were kind of upset because it's a non-canon thing. It's kind of doing like the whole GT approach or whatever, but it's not going to be stateside. So first and foremost, you don't have to worry about
GT,
that.
All right.
Super Saiyan 4 does not justify all of GT.
Bro.
Super Saiyan 4 does not justify all of GT. But Super Saiyan 4 was fucking dope.
You know what I'm saying, bro. We had some good shit.
Super Saiyan 4 was fucking dope. So we'll see what we get out of this. I'm excited. I'm kind of excited for it. I'm gonna try to find a way to watch it. LA, I'll be reaching out to you once this starts dropping.
Oh yeah.
But I'm kind of excited. I really wish it was coming to the West, but it does like it's gonna be just in Japan.
And we got a whole year, so
yeah, and we have a whole year. Things definitely change. All right, so the next topic we want to talk about Jujutsu Kaisen. We have a couple episodes to catch up on. If you are not wanting to watch Jujutsu Kaisen, you don't want spoilers, make sure to mute the stream right now. We have more topics to talk about after this, so don't go anywhere. just mute this for now while we talk about the Jujutsu Kaisen episode. So 3, 2, 1. There's your spoiler. I only watched one episode. I'll mute. Yeah, or you gotta catch up. You gotta catch up so we can talk. Don't worry, I got him up there. There were so many pictures to choose from, bro. I didn't know which one to pick, so I did.
The one I got, bro. You see mine, bro.
So 2 episodes ago was when they fought Old Man, right? That was that episode. So
yeah,
we started the episode. They are they find the medium, and the one of them is I think her grandkid, because he keeps saying granny, and the old guy I think is just a different curse user. So the old guy starts to fight Megumi and Yuji.
Yep.
And the I forget what that guy's name is.
It's like Isan. I'll look it up right now.
We'll look it up right now. And he stays to fight the medium and the other grandson. He gets pieced up, like gift wrapped with 3 bows, bro. Like,
no. You gotta talk. They hype this man up too. Yeah, as when he has his mask on, he can use any one of bro. They hype this man like he was.
Bro, first off, before the medium so the medium, she's able to transfer, basically summon a soul and put it into someone else's body.
It's Ino
Takuma
Ino.
This bitch summoned Toji's soul and put that nigga in his body. Like so like he looks and like fights like Toji. And if you remember, if you know, you know. If you know, you know, bro.
Toji
I don't have
is not
to tell you what happened.
Toji is not someone you want to take lightly. Let's just put it like that in quick words, okay? It's not some. We just saw him a few episodes ago.
So I'm gonna keep that part sweet because like that part short and sweet because that actually like that fight kind of carries over from both episodes. So like it starts.
So basically, like
in the first episode, 2 episodes ago, and finishes in this episode.
Yeah. So he up there, basically puts his mask on and thinks he has the one up.
Let's go.
Fucking grandson eats the thing. You see Toji, and it's like it's Toji, but it's not Toji because like half of his face looks like Toji, and the other half is kind of like
scar on his lip, on his mouth,
all of it. And like in quick words, quick fashion, he legitimately pieces this man, like whoops his ass so bad and just whoops his ass off a skyscraper, like one of the tallest skyscrapers in the damn city, and he's just falling off of it. And that's first episode where that fight leads off, and then he can go into the next one. But it was just crazy how fast. I mean, we know Toji, but like,
so you know what's crazy too, because like they never showed like during like the flashback episodes, they never really showed like how fast he was moving. So like when you fast forward and go here, like my man's like Dragon Ball Z like speed levels, it just like appearing in front of people and knocking.
Why he hit Gojo?
Yeah, exactly. So that's that fight. The other fight is with Megumi and Yuji fighting this older guy, and they're fighting him, and they're kind of like after I watched the episode, I sent a message to him and said, "Bro, this is fight back version 2." So another one of those "if you know, you know" episodes of Jujutsu Kaisen, a really famous meme now, where Yuji and Nanami are just piecing up, bro. Like he can't move.
Me and LA were talking about that the other day, bro. Like, this is obviously back. It's gonna be real quick, but it's just the way that it happened. He said, "Oh wait, he's bleeding. Oh nigga, so we gotta throw hand."
So they're like piecing this dude up, but he's not really hurting. He just keeps bouncing back. He's good. And then
so then Megumi. Basically does his Megumi he brings out different animals and beasts and stuff like that. So he uses it. So he brings out all his hairs.
He's a curse manipulator.
Yeah, manipulator. So he brings out these hairs. It's a hair curse, and they basically like bombard the old man in this circle. Okay, and
this is right after he says, "Hey, I think I know what his curse with his."
Well, no. So he does it right. He puts the ball, and then he grabs Yuji, and he's like, "Come back. I know how to beat him." So that's what we see from them. And it pans to the old man. And I'm sorry I took over, but this scene was just so amazing because it pans to the old man in the barn. He's like, oh, they got me things like, man, they about to try to really attack me, bro. I want these niggas to hit me because they don't know how my powers work, and I'm about to fuck them up. And then the hairs go away and they come out, and he's like, oh, they're gone. And these boys start coming with some heat, dog.
Bro,
Sending
we talking like buses, bro. Like they throwing buses.
elephants falling out of the sky.
Not raindrops falling on my head. Elephants keep falling on my head.
Boop, boop, boop. And so this is what was so dope about this part is that so they just immediately start attacking him. And when they do that, Yuji's hand is going up and he like takes the fire off and punches him. And the dude like gets hit. He goes, wait, what? They know what it's doing, and it does a fucking flashback again to when they have him covered in the hairs, and Megumi's like, yeah, I figured out his powers, bro. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna make this nigga think we don't know what we doing, bro, and then we gonna whoop his ass, dog. And that's literally the code. Go ahead.
To talk about it, basically, this guy's ability is it's called, I think it was called inverse. I think that's what they called it. I forget.
Yes.
So inverse. So obviously inverse is opposite. So the way his technique works is the harder the force that's hitting him, the less impact that it actually takes on him. So basically, while he's using his ability, and again, like that's an important part, he has to be activating this technique. Otherwise, it's just normal. So if he's activated his technique, that you have to hit him softly in order to hit him hard,
but not
too
soft.
But they're not too soft. They said it's probably a threshold, so like it's got to be. You can't just like tickle him and he like goes flying back.
Because even Yuji says he's like, oh, so I can just flick him on the head there. He's like, nah.
So basically, what they do is, like he said, when the hairs go away, they drop an elephant on him. And then they throw a bus at him, and then Yuji comes up with one of his. It's funny because the guy even says, "Oh, it's his finishing move."
Yeah.
So he comes up and he's about to punch him, but Megumi had a toad summon behind him, like way back in the background. So basically, they threw all of this stuff at him to make him think that they're going all out. And right before Yuji punches him, he makes sure Megumi makes sure that the toad hits him with his tongue. So something like real, like not really that strong of a hit. So then he gets hit like tremendously from the toad tongue.
Yep.
Kind of knocks the technique out of him, and then Yuji bombs him with this fucking punch, bro. It's crazy. So yeah. So like they had some good tag team to really good chemistry.
Just the
there,
fact,
dude.
like he waited, bro. Like his hand was on fire, and he just waited.
Oh yeah, he stopped, bro. He stopped, like, bro. Yeah, it was kind of crazy. Yeah. So
it was insane.
So once they figured out the technique, bro, they washed him. They packed him up. Like they packed him up, 2 bows, like done deal, easy, done. Easy, light work. But then like after they got him, they tied him up. That's when we see Ino kind of literally falling from that skyscraper again. And again, if you guys don't remember, like they were trying to get rid of the barriers, and they said, hey, the barrier point has to be, or is probably on the tallest point in the city.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I think they caught Eno in this most recent episode.
Yeah, no, they caught him in this most recent episode, but it was like they packed up old dude, and then that's actually when they flashed up to Eno and he fought. But we had already talked about that. So like they packed up old dude. That's when they flashed up to Eno and his fight. Eno got packed up, thrown over, yada yada, and like them catching him was the end of that first episode we were talking about. And Yuji was like, "Yo, I'm about to go find out who did this." And Megumi's like, "Nah, bro, don't do that. We have a goal. The most important thing we need to do right now is to free Gojo. Like that's the important thing."
So they were trying to catch those little things to break down the barrier.
Exactly.
And the old guy had one, and they grabbed one from him.
Yep. Because they grabbed 3, but 2 of them seemed to be a decoy. So they're trying to find the other ones. So Yuji's continuing on. Megumi is taking Eno to try to get some help because he is still alive. He just like I said, he's packed up, bro. Like he's
Yeah.
done. So that
Packed up
mask
like a
is
box
gone,
of
bro.
Newports, nigga.
Bro, that mask is gone. Like that mask is nowhere to be found, bro. Like it's over. So that's that first episode. The next episode, um, bruh. So, it starts with Nee. That's her name. We kept saying it wrong a couple episodes ago. It's just Nee. It's like N-E-E. That because he
Yeah.
kept the little kid kept saying Nee Sama, Nee Sama.
Yeah.
So
But he's calling like Nini or Nate, like something like that. But
Nee or Nee Sama is what he kept saying. Bro, this bitch is crazy, bro.
You know
This
it is when
bitch
her
is
fucking braid is covering her face, dog.
bro.
Like you know she's crazy, bro. I kind of like it.
So she's still got this big ass axe that she's wielding around, and she's got like a curse. I don't know if it's a curse or a curse user, but whatever it is, its leg is cut off and begging for its life. First and foremost, and she's like, nah, bro. He literally said like, I will do anything. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. She looks at the little kid apprentice dude, whatever I don't know what his name is, and she's like, what's the value of a life to me? It's only as valuable as it helps you or whatever the fuck he said.
Yeah.
She's like, are you gonna help me? Oh, you can't help me? Nah, bro, you ain't worth shit.
Yep. Dead ass, bro.
That was it. It was long, and then she kind of talked about herself. So she kind of talked about her ability, and her ability is to manipulate crows. And when she was younger, she felt that it was kind of a useless ability. So she focused on like her physical prowess and her ability to. Her hands. She focused on hands.
Yeah.
This show is all about hands, guys. Like I think we've said it before, but this show is all about hands. Everybody wants better hands. So she focused on that, but then as she got older, she realized that her ability could be more useful, so that she focused on that, and that's how she got to a grade 1 sorcerer. So like, she kind of talked about that a little bit, and then she offs this dude, and she literally says, "You know what? I was just chit chatting with you to kind of kill time, but yeah, it's time to go. It's over." And then she I don't know if he like walked out to him, because I thought Ghetto was like staying by the box in the prison.
Well, he's just in the subway now. So like they were in the
just
subway with it. Yeah. So he's probably still close by.
Yeah, he's probably close by, but like she approaches Ghetto and they know each other, obviously, because they're both Jiu-Jitsu high. And they're kind of talking, and it looks like they about to go throw down, which he says, nah, I'm good. You fight this grade 1 curse, and if you come beat him, then come find me.
Yeah, he said,
And
nah,
it
yeah,
just
you
walks
get
out.
through this. You get this, and you come talk to me later.
Bro,
And it wasn't just like any regular shit, bro. It was like a
smallpox deity, bro. And
bro.
like if you remember how like these curses are made and how they get power, it's basically like the fear and the negative emotions surrounding like that curse. So think about the negative like feelings and emotions people had for smallpox, bro. Like that's insane. So yeah, so she's about to fight this grade 1, and it's funny because like she's fighting it, and it immediately does a domain, which we don't see too many curses do domains. Like only the big ones are doing domains or whatever. And the first thing she says like after it attacks her is like, when was the last time my life was in danger? I'm like, yo, that's not something to just say lightly. What do you
exactly
mean? Like, so she's excited, bro. So she's about to go hands with that. And that's when we kind of it pans away from her and goes toward I don't remember what the girl's name is. What's the girl's name of the new class?
Of the new class?
Yeah.
It's hold on, I got it right here. I thought I had it right. I was looking at May right now.
Yuta. I think it's Yuta. Is it Yuta?
No, Yuta is the boy. She's no.
Oh yeah,
Nobara Kugisaki.
Kugisaki.
Yeah, Kugisaki. Nobara Kugisaki.
Yeah, okay.
That's her name.
Kugisaki. Okay, so Kugisaki and one of the
that's a Akari. Nita.
Okay, Nita.
She's
the
just a
supervisor.
faculty person.
The supervisor. Yeah.
Yep.
So they're running because they are. I don't think they haven't been notified of what's all happening. So I think they're honestly just kind of running around at this point. But they're trying to find help. Yada yada, and they run into the curse user. I forget the dude that with the sword with the hand.
Yeah, I forget his.
I don't know what the fuck. First off, he's annoying as shit, so I don't really.
Bro,
care.
there's so many fucking curses and users and
Yeah,
shit.
bro,
But
there's a
yeah,
lot, which I think is really cool, but it's a lot. But anyway, so they run into him, and this is the guy who was tasked by Geto to
it's
just kill all of the
Haruta Shigemu
Shigimu.
Shigemo Shigemu.
Shigimu. What's it? Yeah, Shigimu.
Yeah,
So
Shigemu.
he's been tasked to kill all of the supervisors. So those are the
Hmm.
people that are kind of communicating and kind of like telling all the sources where to go. So obviously he finds one with Nita and Kugisaki,
Hmm.
and like he starts attacking them. And
Nah, 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 nah,
so
nah, 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 nah. First of all, you know you're going to downplay about this nigga's head. This nigga slit Nikita's fucking Achilles, bro. Both of them, dog. He
we
didn't
just got to the fight. Yes, and we were getting there. Yeah, so she tells Nita to run, and yeah, like he throws the sword at her, and like she knocks it away. But like I said, the sword, like, its hilt is a hand.
Yep.
So this man goes all thing mode on him and like chases this chick and literally slices her Achilles, and like they're fighting. Um, Kugisaki's kind of getting worked, bro. Like
She is,
she's
bro.
not getting packed up like some like Toji did Ino,
Yeah.
or it's not that bad, but she's kind of getting worked. So and we've had this talk, and I don't think this topic is ever going to go away with anime. It's like, bro, why do they always do this? It's always two guys and a girl, the main three, like the main three protagonists of an anime, and the two guys are super gifted, typically have some type of lineage of being super powerful, and they just leave the girl behind, bro.
I mean,
Like
she got a
she's
hammer and
getting
nails.
Bro, she's getting packed up, and I'm so mad because like when they first introduced her, she was badass, bro. Like she was piecing people up.
She's
Like,
also a first year, bro. Like trying
so
to fight
is
these
Gucci
fucking
and Megumi, bro. They're both
nigga. That's
first
not the
years.
same, bro.
They're
We know
both
that's not
first
the
years.
same.
I know it's not
We
the
know
same,
that's
but
not
they
the same.
always do that, man. Like
It's not. She gotta have a better bloodline.
born into the wrong family, bro.
Exactly.
Oh man,
Shit.
cause like dude, the first couple episodes, like when she was fighting and like she was kind of leading in, cause like she was going in.
Yeah.
It was the second like big cursed domain that they went into.
Yep.
When Sukuna like kind of took over, like she was going in there, bro. And it's like, man, so it's whatever. She was getting beat.
Kicking their ass
I
with what?
bro, she really did, man. Like he was, and again, this isn't a weak curse either. Like to be fair, this isn't a weak curse.
No.
So like she's fighting somebody that's definitely above her level. I just wish that she put up more of a fight,
Mm-hmm.
because like she really couldn't do anything. Like if it was a little bit closer, like I feel like I'd be okay with it, but she needs a training arc. Is really what it comes down to. She needs a training arc at this point. They gave Yuji his training arc when he was sitting in front of TV for 3 months, and he watched TV for 3 months and got 13 times stronger than her, bro. Like
You gotta watch some TV, bro.
so hopefully they give her some more love, because I don't read the manga, but hopefully she gets some more love. But here comes Nanami. If you don't remember, Nanami is the
Is
he
the one
doesn't
half of the fight back?
bro, yeah, he's the other half of Fight Back. But Nanami he was in Jujutsu High. He left, I think before he graduated, right? I think he left before he
Yeah.
graduated because he just was literally he left because he wasn't feeling it anymore.
Yep.
But he was really good at it. He just wasn't feeling it. And like
He's a
he actually
professional for sure.
Yeah, like he's up there. So he finds out that their supervisors are all being picked off. Like he sees like lots of their corpses, and he makes it to Kugisaki right before she's about to get killed. And boy, does he make a fucking appearance, bro. He it's just glass, but like he kicks this glass window down.
No.
And
Like how are you kicking a glass window like that? First of all, nigga.
bro, there's a lot of force behind this kick. I know I'm just saying like he's kicking this glass window down, but he's kicking this glass window down, bro.
Oh
He like Undertaker Kane
Yes.
big boots the shit out of this window. So
Mhm.
and he asked him, he's like He literally just says, like, he's standing there with his little glasses, pushes them up like an evil anime character, and he's a good guy. How many of you are there, and where are they?
Wait, so he pushes the glasses up, undoes the tie. You see the scene right
Oh
here.
yeah,
He
he
undoes his tie,
undoes the tie,
wraps it
his
around the
fist.
hand, and then asks him the question.
He's like,
The dude was like,
how
"Wait,
many
what?"
of you are there, and where are they? And he's like,
Dude
bro,
didn't
I don't
answer?
know. This is how you interrogate somebody. Bro, instant transmissions to this man's chest, puts a crater in that bitch, and
Like
launches
this.
him through into the wall, bro.
The fact he was like nose on hair, nigga. How many
Bro.
are there, and where y'all?
He's like, bro, I don't. Okay.
All right, I'm at. He asked him twice, bro. He asked him one time, push him the wall. He said, "How many?" He said, "Nah, I told you, I don't know." All right, boom, nigga. How many? You know what? It's all right, bro. You ain't got to tell me. It's cool because I know you're the one that's been killing all our supervisors. Let me just go ahead and fire up this hand. And he obliterated that
Bro,
motherfucker,
when he put the curse energy in his hand, I was like, you know what? That's why Gojo sent Yuji to him. I get it now. I get it. It makes sense. It's clicking in the old noggin now. I got it. I got it, Gojo. You know what you're doing, Gojo. You know what you're doing, bro. Because, man, bro, when he hit that third, bro.
Oh, bro. Oh my gosh, yo. Yeah, that there's a
Homie's
reason
not
why
moving. Homie's not moving no more.
Dead and go.
He's not hitting
Dead and go.
Bruh. So then he's like, so after the fight is over, like literally the fights, was it 2 or 3 punches? It's 3, wasn't it?
Three.
Yeah, 3 punches.
Three punches.
Like the push and then the 2 punches. Yeah. So
Yeah.
So he gets back to Kogisaki and Nita, and he's like, listen, most of the supervisors are dead. Like, you guys need to go run and get safe, and I'm going to go to Shibuya. And Kugisaki had a little moment though. Yeah. So after he's about to do the third punch, the sword is coming back to like cut. I don't know what the sword thought it was going to do, because he actually tried to cut Nanami once, and it literally did not do anything. Like he tried to cut he couldn't cut his shirt, bro. He could not cut the fabric on his chest. Like, I'm not kidding, bro. Like, the slice went straight up and nothing. So the sword came back. I think he was like trying to go for his neck or whatever. Kugisaki like hit one of her nails and like pinned it to the wall. So cool. Whatever. The other thing is, like, he knew Kugisaki, and I couldn't remember from where he knew her, but he kept saying, like, I know you, I met you before, and he said you got a lot stronger since the last time. So I think we'll probably hear more about that in the coming episodes. But anyway, she's like, after she had her moment, I guess she was feeling herself, and she's like, I'll go with you. Nana's like, no, bitch, well, no, you won't. He didn't say it in that many words, but he basically said, nah, bitch, no, you won't. Not today. You're a burden. Do what I told you to do. He said, you're just gonna get in
my way. Yeah, he dead ass was like, nah.
I told you to do, and go get. Yeah.
This fight. He said, wait. Oh, here goes. This is exact words. This fight is for me.
Yeah, he said, this fight is for me. He said, I am the minimum level sorcerer that can do this. That can go to this.
You're only gonna be a burden and get in my way. And he proceeded to walk out of the.
Bruh. So, episode ended with Yuji. After that episode ended, it goes to Yuji, and he's running back to Shibuya to try to find the rest of the pieces that are activating the barriers, and he runs into Joso, yeah, and he literally the episode ends with him saying, I'm getting revenge for my brothers. So again, I think we're gonna hear more about like who his brothers are, and like if they're like being trapped at Jujutsu High or whatever. But yeah, we're jumping to another fight. This week we're jumping to another fight, so be ready. There's gonna be more hands thrown, and I can't wait for it.
Ooh,
because remember, he was one of the ones that like 3 episodes ago that said, "Yo, if I find him, I'm killing
him." Yep. When they were having that conversation, he's like, "Oh, we can use him." Nah, if I find him,
nah. If I find him, I'm killing him. So I'm excited. But that's Jujutsu
Oh,
Kaisen. So those are the two
yes.
episodes. I'm trying to speed up because that took a lot longer than I thought. Gen V. This is gonna be we're not gonna go like as in depth in Gen V because there's 5 freaking episodes to go through.
Yeah.
But Gen V is the spinoff show for from the boys in the same universe. Guys, if you were muted because of Jujutsu Kaisen, you can unmute. We are talking about Gen V now. Obviously, you can see the picture changed. But Gen V is a spinoff show from the boys, and we're actually talking about this before the show started. We're
Mhm.
not quite sure where in the timeline that this falls into, but we're thinking it's around like right before this most recent season.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's
thinking.
got to be what it is. But anyway, so the show is centers around this girl Marie. She's a super user. She was given what was it, what was the serum called?
The
Uh, it's
uh
something V. I forget what it was. I just forget what that first word is. Um, anyway, the serum they were giving kids to give them super abilities. So she was given that at early at birth. She didn't really show any type of powers until she um got her first period. And she had her first period, and it finds
Compound
out
V,
that
that's what it's called. It's called
Compound V.
Compound
Thank
V.
you. She got her period, and she finds out that she's able to manipulate blood, which is a very interesting power
Very
by
interesting.
itself. And a really fucked up way to get introduced to your power is to have it when you get your first period. But just like in most TV shows, or and the same with the boys, when the power gets awakened, you really don't know how to control it. But in her case, she couldn't control it. She was obviously really emotional because like, she's at her period. Like that's kind of what a lot of that happens. She can't
Mhm.
control it. She offs both her parents on accident. Like she basically solidifies the blood and kind
Mhm.
of explodes and kills both of her parents. Kills her mom. Her dad comes in. He's freaked out. Him freaking out makes her freak out even more. Aside from the fact that she just killed her mom on accident, it offs him too. And honestly, I don't know how she did off her little sister, because little
But she
sister came
wasn't
in
in the
after
room.
that. No,
Yeah, but it was done
you
already
learn
though.
later that she comes in and sees
Yeah.
it later. So
Yeah, she
that's why I
sees it.
said
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
But after that, she becomes an orphan because of her parents are dead. They separate her and her sister, and basically it follows her in going to this high school, kind of like Jujutsu High, where they train superhero people with superhero abilities into
Mhm.
what they can do with their life. So like it's kind of like a university. Um,
Mhm.
where like you like specialize in, if I want to be a superhero, it's like there's a superhero course you can go through. There's like media, like there's social,
Like
like
a school
lots.
for gifted.
Exactly, yeah. So she goes there. Obviously there are upperclassmen like seniors that have been there for a couple years. Um, the golden boy, like the guy that is most likely to join the seven. Literally, he's called the golden boy. Um, he basically snaps and kills the professor and goes on a rampage, and they have to subdue him, and he dies. I'm trying to get through this quick, so like
No, yeah,
definitely
yeah, yeah. No.
there's lots of more details of that. So if you want to know why or how he snapped, like definitely go watch the show. Um, and there's a ranking system in the school. So basically, literally 1 to like 100 or so. I don't think they rank
Yeah,
after
it's
the
100.
100.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
so they
think so.
1 to 100, and basically with the powers at play, because Marie was near the situation with the golden boy, they bumped her up to, I think she's number 7 to start off with, right? I think
Mhm.
so, right? Yeah, she's number 7 or
Yeah.
something like that. But they find out that there is a lot more going on at the school, um than what they realize. It's not just the school. Like they find out that the school is holding captive Golden Boy's brother, who
Mhm.
seems to be just as strong as him, if not stronger. I think
Stronger. I
he's
think he's
stronger. Yeah,
stronger.
yeah. I
Yeah.
think he's stronger. He's just not able to. He's just not under control and has a lot of mental instability.
Mhm.
But they have him basically underneath the school, like experimenting on, and they decide that they're gonna try to help him escape, and they do. They help
Yep.
him escape. He gets out, and as they're trying to kind of control him, because he actually starts going after some of the scientists that were experimenting on them. They try to subdue him, and they end up doing it, but they get their memory wiped. They lose track of multiple days in their life.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's funny because like when it first happened, like I was with them. I thought like, oh, okay, they've been out for a day or whatever. No, we've been out for 2 days. No, bro, like we went there on like a Tuesday and it's Saturday. I'm like, yo,
It's
what
Saturday.
the fuck, bro?
Yep.
So yeah, so they start to piece things back together. They realize that they've had Marie's powers are definitely evolving, and it's cool because everybody else has like their powers like kind of like tracked down, because with Compound
Mhm.
V, I think they even said it's like once you get Compound V, most kids like start showing their powers. They said they were like 5 or 6, so like
Mhm.
they've had their powers basically their whole lives, and she didn't get it until she was like what 11
13
oh
or
13 I
12,
was saying
13.
11
Yeah, I
12
think so.
11 12 13 somewhere around there. So her powers are still evolving. She's still learning things about her powers. She was able to notice that she had a blood clot with her powers, which I
Mhm.
thought was really really cool.
That was dope.
So she found out she had a blood clot and found out they were implanted with trackers. um and then so she went to like the group of friends like that are in like the
Mhm.
picture, whatever, and she finds out that one of the girls doesn't have a tracker. So she's obviously like, oh, like you're the one that's doing it. But the girl that doesn't have the tracker is someone that can wipe memories and make you forget
Well,
things and
she
stuff like
she
that.
can control what she's like.
It's almost like not a telepath, but like if she
It's like
physically touches
Rogue
you,
with the telepath, because when Rogue was
she
able
has
to,
to touch you, right?
she has to say, because like in Rogue, for people like X-Men, Rogue touches you, she absorbs your powers. Whereas this girl Kate, when she touches you, she's able to control you.
She's able to
You.
control you. She's able to control like your thoughts. She's able to block thoughts and things like that. So like Kate has been working with the school, the dean of the school, to basically suppress so first off we found out she's been suppressing the memories of Golden Boy, who she was
Mhm.
dating before he passed away. Suppressing memories of him and his brother for years at this point.
Mhm.
And she started to suppress memories from like other students in that circle. And she's the one that made them forget everything that they were going through with Sam and helping him
And
and
the
subduing
dean being
him,
behind it and all that
the
shit.
deans being behind it. And bro, I was so mad because like Ham told me like he's like, bro, there's a big twist here. And like when he said it, I was like, I had it typed out in my phone. It was like, it's the girlfriend, is it? No, did I actually send it?
You said no, because we were talking about it on buzzing, and you were like, it's the girl. You're like, it's the girl, huh? It's the girl. And you started like
Yeah.
snapping your fingers, but then Mark and them started talking, and I was just like, you'll have to wait and see, bro. Like I didn't
Okay,
want to
okay,
like give
okay,
it
okay.
away, but you said it. You definitely
Okay.
said it.
All right. So yeah. So that's kind of where we're at now. So like they just found out that she's been the one that's kind of she's been helping them be manipulated. But they haven't said like what they're gonna do now, because like they're kind of distraught that like one of their closest friends has been manipulating their memories. Like that's really personal. Like that sucks, dude. Like
Mm-hmm.
the guy even says, he's like, bro, like you're a fucking monster. Cause like she touches him and like she reveals like all the memories that she had been blocking.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy because like I don't know if you saw it, but like after she did that, like her eyes are like bloody. So like
Blood, yeah. She's
she's
because
been doing she's been doing this a lot
mm-hmm.
to this dude. So anyway, like it's this is definitely not a show to let young kids watch, because it is
Mm-mm.
very graphic.
And
Sometimes unnecessarily graphic,
yes.
but like that's the boys. So like obviously Gen V is gonna be similar.
Pound sign
Um,
team Cocksplosion.
bruh, that was bro. They showed it a couple times now too. It's like, bro, like I don't need to see that again.
One was enough. One was enough.
Way more than enough. But I think it's a really cool show. I think it's a really cool story. Um, I don't, because it's a spinoff, I don't expect to see like season 2, 3, 4 like we do with the boys. I feel like
Yeah.
this might be like a one and done season type of thing. Unless I can see them seeing how well Gen V does and seeing how well the characters are liked, and if they're liked well enough to just bring them into the boys.
Oh yeah, most
Because
definitely.
because it follows the same timeline. If Marie is liked well enough, I can see her being in like what are we on season 5 of the boys right now?
Boys, yes.
I can see her being in season 6.
I can see her, and then there's another character, Translucent Sun. I could see him popping back up in this
Oh, okay, so is
storyline
he
too.
his son? Okay, I figured he was.
That's
I
his
just
son.
did.
That's his son.
Okay,
Yeah, it's his
okay,
son.
I figured he was. I just didn't know for sure.
So that's another one. Like, all right, that's good to see, bro. Like
Yeah.
we can definitely see these characters popping up in
Yeah.
in the main series. So that'll be
100%.
dope. I'm series has been good so far. Like
Mhm.
D-Rain hit all of the main points and targets. You kind of see all the characters. There's one guy, Lane, where you see his feet right next to Marie. He's also a main character. He's able to control metal. He's
Yep,
actually
Andre. Yep.
so I like all the characters too. All the characters kind of bring something dope to it. I just saw that they had Jordan in both characters on the left there in that picture, which is
Oh
fucking
yeah,
hilarious.
yeah.
But yeah, bro. This shit drops every
Jordan's
Friday,
dope,
y'all.
bro. I
Like
don't care about this. Jordan's dope. I like Jordan.
Jordan, turns out Jordan's kind of honestly like Jordan's kind of nice, bro.
Jordan
Like,
is nice, bro. Jordan is nice. Bro. I don't care what anybody says. Like, yeah, Jordan is nice. Jordan got hands,
smart, got hands, has like some kind of ability to control light too, and is able to shapeshift. Yeah, yeah.
So,
That's
okay, so Jordan's abilities, like from what, because it kind of stinks because they never like, it's not like My Hero where like
Yeah.
they look at somebody and say, okay, this is what their abilities are. You kind of have to piece it together. But Jordan is able to. So Jordan is a guy who his ability. It looks like he can change himself into a girl as well. So I guarantee they're gonna, if they go deeper into Jordan's story, they're gonna say something like he was a twin or something like that, and like kind of like play off
Oh,
of
that'd
that.
be
That's why
crazy,
he's
yeah.
a boy and a girl. But it looks like the guy has a different ability than the girl. So when he's the guy, I feel like he's probably not invulnerable, but like way more sturdy because he tanked that hit from Golden Boy. Remember in the fight in the beginning?
Yeah.
But he only like tanks hits and takes hits when he's the guy. When he's the girl, that's when he's using that light ability.
Oh, that is
So
true.
I feel
thought
like both. I feel like each one of those has like a different ability.
And he's
which I think is
obviously
really
like his
cool.
IQ is through the roof too.
Oh,
So he's
incredibly
insanely
intelligent,
smart.
yeah.
Yeah. And like so like that's oh my yeah, Jordan's kind of OP, bro.
Yeah, Jordan is nice, bro. Jordan is nice, and to be able to flip between the two like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's nice. So
Yeah, I'm
Um,
excited with this series, man. Definitely you guys like it. I was talking to my homie LA this morning about it. It's not better than the boys, but it's on par. And I would say like going from start, yeah. If we're going from like the start of it, yeah, I give this one to the over the boys because it's definitely like started off with a bang and it's
Well,
kept a pace. You know what I mean?
like,
Like,
and
it's the
that's
first
what
season.
so it's the first season, and I saw somebody else post about this saying like the Gen V was by the boys, and it's not. I don't think it's necessarily fair because I feel like with the boys they knew this was going to be an ongoing series. This
Yeah.
is a spinoff. It's more condensed, so that's going to be why like so many things are like one after another, and I feel like it's popping off like every episode because they
But I
know
mean,
this is a spinoff. It's
even
not
in
going
the
to be.
boys, like it still was like popping off and shit was still going. You know
Yeah,
what I
right,
mean? Like from
exactly.
jump,
I
but
just
like
think this is just more condensed, and
it's
I think
just
that.
I feel like this is just playing off better because of the success of the other show. Like they're like,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
we know
another
what
thing
we can
too.
give you, we know what we can bring, and we know what to do to make you guys happy. So
Exactly. Yeah, there's also that too. So
Yeah,
yeah,
so-
definitely give it a shot. It's on Amazon Prime. I really enjoyed it, but again, like I said, if you are squeamish, do not watch this. Do not watch this if you are squeamish.
Yeah.
Like, please listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. Jeez.
most
yeah.
definitely.
So that's Gen V, and moving on to the last topic of the day, season 2 of Loki. We are in it. We have 2 episodes to go over. Once again, just like Gen V, like this picks up like from the get go. So the very first thing you really see is Loki. What do they end up calling it? Time skipping? Is that what they end
Yes,
up calling
time
it? Yeah.
skipping.
So Loki is time skipping. So basically, what they discover what time skipping is, because it's something that doesn't really. Well, actually, take that. It's something that doesn't happen in the TVA. Like they said that multiple times. It's like, hey, because they go to a character who's like really intelligent, knows a lot about like the TVA
Obi.
and like OB. the guy who actually wrote the manual for the TVA, the guidance manual, he says, yes, I know what time skipping is, but it doesn't happen here. And it's like, bro, like we literally just we showed it to you, like it's happening here. He's like,
You
oh,
say, yeah,
yeah, I'm
that's
having
not
a hard
supposed to
time
happen.
digesting that. So
He's like, oh.
he's time skipping. Basically, he is being dragged, past, present, and future in time, like in the spot he is. So say I'm sitting here in my chair, and I get dragged to the past. I would be like sitting here like before this house is built. So I'll just be sitting on a plot of land.
Or unless there was this house was built, somebody else is living there. You're sitting potentially on somebody's
I'm sitting
lap.
on somebody's bed. Yeah, I'm sitting on somebody's bed, like right here. Or I could be, because it showed him being dragged to the future as well. I could be like, this house has been brought down and it's a more modern house or apartment complex or something
mall.
like that. Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean?
So he's and it's not on, like he's not doing it. It's just happening. So it's funny because the scene they go down to basically the warranty department of the fucking TVA. This is where Obi like stays and he doesn't move. So he gets down here, and it's funny because apparently Morbius has been down here before as well.
Mm-hmm.
So they get down
4 years ago, or 20 years ago.
4 years ago.
No, 400.
Years ago.
No, wait, was it?
No, it was like 420 and then like 400. It's like, no, like 400 years ago. So first off, let's also realize that I know Morbius said in the first season that time doesn't flow as the same in the TVA, but 400 years, bro, like come on.
That's
Morbius,
crazy, bro.
Morbius keeping it tight, son. So
sell them key lime pies.
Bro, that key lime pie was green.
Oh, did you see that thing,
bro?
man?
That was green.
I kind of wanted to try it.
Katie said the same thing when we were watching, and I tried to downplay it, but yeah, that motherfucker was green as
shit was green.
so they get down to this department. They meet the new character OB. Awesome character. I literally love everything about him. He's fantastic.
Fun fact: OB, the guy that is acting as him, was the stunt director for the original X-Men movie with Hugh Jackman and all of them.
So they're talking to him and they're telling him, hey, they're trying to describe what's happening, but Morbius can't really describe it. And then Loki time skips, and he's like, what is that? He's like, oh, it looks like he's time skipped. And this is the conversation. He's like, oh, that looks like a time skip. He's like, okay, exactly. How, like, why is this happening? Well, it can't happen. It doesn't happen here in the TVA. He's like, but you just saw it. He's like, yeah, you're right. I'm having a hard time digesting the fact that I just saw that happen. So that's how the conversation starts, bro. So,
yeah.
But what's really cool and kind of what they do with that storyline is they have him time skip to the past. So because he's time skipping, he's still in the exact same spot. So he's still standing right in front of OB. But when Loki is talking to OB, he's talking to past OB. And he even looks younger too, which is really cool.
And then future OB
is still talking to Morbius. So like so Loki will ask him a question. He's like, hey, I just time skipped here. What would I have to do? Like, and he's like, how do I fix it? And old OB goes, well, you can't, because that can't happen in the TVA. He's like, okay, hypothetically, what would I have to do to fix this? And he tells him, he's like, you have to have this, blah, blah, blah. He's like, okay, can you do that? And he makes it. And he's like, okay, thank you for doing this. Now hold this until my friend Morbius comes down here and asks for it.
Yeah.
So he holds it, and then it flashes to Morbius and present OB. And he's like, yo, so you saw it just happen. Like, how can we fix this? And he's like, you can't unless you have such and such item. I forget what the item is called.
Yeah.
And Morbius is like, okay, bet. How do you have one? And he's like, no, I don't have one. Like, you can't time skip, so why would I have one?
He's like,
wait a minute. Actually, and then he just walks. I have one right here, and I was told to hold this for you when you asked for it.
My favorite thing about that when they were going back and forth is Morbius was talking to future OB when Loki time skipped back to past Obi, and future Obi is like, oh, you know what? This has happened before, but it's only because it's happening in the past with Loki. So he's like,
Bro, so
yeah,
they did a really good job with that like interaction. I think that was
yes,
really dope.
yeah,
Um,
most definitely.
so they basically what they have to do is they have to fix the time slipping. Slipping, that's what it was. It wasn't skipping, it was
Yeah,
slipping.
slipping.
So to fix the time slipping, they basically have to prune
Wait,
all iterations of Loki and then pull him from the time stream into the timeline that they want him to be in. So
before you keep going,
good.
we missed because before they went
Oh
down
yeah,
to
true,
go
true, true,
talk to
true. Go.
Obi,
Yeah,
they had
go
the
ahead.
table thing, right? When they
Yep.
were at the
Yep.
table with so Loki was time skipping and Morbius and Loki were trying to get to the table. So when at one point Loki they got to a table and there was the other what are
It's
they called?
basically
The
the
TVA.
boardroom. The boardroom.
Yeah, the
more or
boardroom,
less,
and they
yeah.
had the top dog sitting there, and they were basically trying to figure out what was going on. And B15, the black chick that was there, she
Mhm.
was trying to explain to them like, "Yo, like we're all pruned from a thing. Like, you know, we're all variants. We're not who we say we are. We all had lives, and we've been stuck and trapped here." And they're finding a hard time to to understand it. And Loki had time skipped in the boardroom, but in the past. And in the past, you saw the king faces there, and he was all freaking out. So he's time skipped back to the future in the boardroom, and they're all like, "Yo, Loki, you're here." And Loki's like freaking out because he's like looks at the wall, and there's
He's
just
coming,
like
he's coming. And there's no Kang picture there.
there's no king picture. He's like, "What?" So he like there's B5 is like sitting right there. He walks up to him, grabs his little pruner,
X5, right?
X5,
Not B5,
X5, yeah.
X5.
And hits the wall and it prunes the fucking hologram mural away and all of King's face in there. He's like, he's coming. So now all of the like the top dogs in the TVA, they all know that they are one variant and that Kang is fucking running shit. Or they don't know Kang, but they see this face and they're running shit. And when they do that, there's this weird little bond between X5
and Docs.
and
I think that's what her
and
name is,
Docs, yeah, Docs, because it's like she looks like old enough to be like his mom or grandma, but then she like puts his head on it. It was weird. It was weird.
It
Even
was
I
a
loved
weird
it
like interaction, like
because
for it
even
was a weird
B15 was
interaction
like,
for like a boss and an employee. It's like
yeah,
like that
even
was
B15 was like, nigga, what the fuck is you doing?
But yeah, she whispers basically to him, like, we need to find out what happened at the end. First off,
We
I
need to
don't
find
know.
Sylvie.
So that's the other thing is like, I don't know how she knows that he was at the end of time because that was the
Because
whole
what,
idea. I thought Renslayer was the only one that knew that when you prune people, that's where they go.
well, no, so I'm pretty sure like through the tall tales because Morbius is back and stuff like that. Obviously, he remembered it all
Okay.
because you
Okay.
know what
So
I
like
mean. Like
Morbius
they
telling them.
let
Okay, true.
everybody know, like, yo, like
Okay.
we were at the end
Okay.
of time, and then that's where she was like, we need to find Sylvie, and that was so that all happened, and then
Okay.
that's when so
Okay.
they split
That
off.
makes sense.
Docs
Okay.
and X5 split off into a room, and then Morbius and
That's when they
Loki
go
went
down to
down to
see
meet
Obi.
Obi. And okay, now go ahead
And
and
then
continue because that was a big key part too.
yeah, that's a big part. Another big part about that is because that's what leads to because like after they talk to OB, they figure out how to fix the time slipping. They
Mhm.
end up doing it. It ends up working, but while they're doing it, it kind of sucks because while they're trying to fix this, they have to put this machine into the stream of time that's being
Mhm.
compressed into the timelines. While they're doing that, Loki time slips to the past. So now it's making
No, the
it more
future.
difficult. Oh yeah, he's future. Sorry, he time slips to the future, making this more difficult of a process. So basically, he has to prune himself at a specific point on a timer that he's given. When it shows green, he's got to prune himself, and
Mhm.
that's going to prune all of the Lokis, and then he'll be able to rip them out of the time stream. So he's stuck in the future in the TVA, but in the future TVA, like it's almost empty. Like there's like
Yeah.
nobody around. So he's running around trying to find a pruning. I don't forget what the pruning sticks are, but he's trying to find a
Whatever,
pruning
yeah.
stick and he can't find one. And then the timer shows green, so it's time to do it. He's running around. He gets to an elevator, opens up the
Well,
elevator.
He hears the phone ringing. Remember?
Yeah, he hears the
and
phone.
that's why he
Bro,
stops.
like, time out. How Matrix of that phone ring, bro? Like, I was immediately taken to the Matrix, bro. I thought that was
Exactly.
really cool. It's
So
nothing to
here's
do with the episode. I just thought that was like
no,
that's where I was taken when I heard
yeah,
that phone
most
ring.
definitely. So the
So the
phone
phone
rings.
rings. He goes to where the phone is, which is right next to an elevator. Elevator opens up, and it's Sylvie.
And Sylvie, she's like, "Oh, there you are. Come
And
with
then
me."
he gets pruned,
From behind,
but
and
he
we
gets pruned
don't
from
know who does it.
behind, and we don't know who pruned him. So he gets pruned. Um, they pull him out of the time stream, so now he's good. He's not time slipping anymore.
Mhm.
Um, and then when they leave that area, they see a lot. I don't know if it's at the end of that episode or the beginning of the second one, where they see like all of Doc's like people like mobilizing. I think it might be the beginning.
That's no, that's in the first one. That's in the first
Okay, so
episode
it's
because
the
they
first
see
one.
she B15
So
sees that on her way to the thing.
yeah, so
She's like,
B15
"Where are they
sees
going? That's
Docs
not
and
off the
all,
Sylvie."
like a ton of operatives like
TVAs,
following
yeah.
TV operatives going through time doors, and they say that they're all to try to find Sylvie because they need to find Sylvie.
And they
Because that's
got
what Doc
bags
says.
of
They need to
bombs.
find Sylvie and they need to find out what happened at the end of time is what they're trying to do. So
Hmm.
B15 sees that. Loki's good, and Loki is also like, "Hey, we need to find Sylvie because he wants to figure out what happened after Sylvie kicked him through the time door." We obviously
Hmm.
know we know she killed Kang.
Yes.
We know that. Technically, Loki doesn't know that, but he has. That's what he believes is going to happen because she said she was going to.
Yeah.
So that's the first episode, and I think we got all of the parts
Yep.
of the first episode. Okay, so
Mhm.
we went. Oh, and at the very end of the first episode, you see Sylvie in the past. I think it's like 1987. I think
80 in Wisconsin.
in Wisconsin, and she goes to McDonald's, and she's trying to get thick and eat all of it.
She sees everybody all happy and like, having a good time, and she's like, "I want everything here," because that's what she wants at the end of the time. At the end of the day,
That's
as a
all
world
she's
and-
wanted.
Yeah.
That's all she's
So
wanted.
and that's how the first episode ends. And the second episode picks right the fuck up,
Picks
right
right up.
where the fuck.
Yeah, so Loki and Morbius are looking for they're still looking for Sylvie, and they're kind of going from timeline to timeline. They can't find her, so they track down X5, who
Yep.
was like kind of Doc's one of Doc's top dogs. They find him in a timeline, and he's like a movie star or whatever. And basically, they capture him, and they realize that basically he is just living his life because he obviously heard from B15 and everybody else that they're all variants and they were taken out of the timeline, and he decided he just wants a normal life.
Before
Is
we
what he
go,
says.
before we go on more on that, we got some prime Loki in that chase scene because
Oh, bro, we got good Loki in
bro,
that chase.
he was
bro.
running away
We
and
got good Loki.
he ran into some people in the alley and they were like all trying to like surround him. He picked up a pipe, X5, and he went and swung at one of them, and it was like the little green hologram. So and
Mhm.
Loki was like, "Do you really want to do this?" And he's like, "Stop using your magic and fight fair." So then Loki's just like, "All right." So then like X5 just kind of like runs to like this little like dead end. It was like a little parking structure with the wall, and you see him against the wall, and like Loki has two holograms with him, and in the shadow you see the hologram fucking form
Roll
into
the
his
horns,
suit with
bro.
the fucking horns, bro. And
That
the
was-
fucking
yeah.
shadows grab him and hold him as. And Morbius walks up and he goes, "Oh, you know what I mean? I kind of like this." And he's like talking to Loki, thinking it's him. And the hologram's just sitting there, and then Loki's on the right of him, like, "Yeah, some real slice little shit, bro." But just that whole scene was
the whole
Mm.
chase too, because Loki made the chase seem like he was getting away too. Like it was some prime Loki.
I'm just glad they showed more of his abilities. I think the last season they didn't show much of it. Facts, Ariel, facts. Like they're showing more of Loki being Loki, the mischievous, the magic. You know what I mean? Toying with you. You know what I mean? Like they are getting. You hit that. You
So
got
they
it, Ariel.
So they capture X5, they bring him back, and they start. Now remember, this is like a high-ranking operative in the TVA, so like he knows the protocols and things like that. Because as you saw for like the first season, it's very, very like business oriented. Like there are procedures for everything. So it's like if an undercover cop gets arrested because he's kind of turned or whatever. He's like, okay, I know what you guys are gonna do. I know blah blah blah. Yeah, I know what buttons to press and what I can't. Yada yada. So they're interrogating him, and he kind of goes. X5 kind of like presses buttons for all three of them. B15, Loki, and Morbius. But he hits Morbius the worst, and Morbius like slaps
Slaps
shit
that
out of him,
nigga.
bro. Like he Ric Flair slapped this man, bro.
Mhm.
Like it was
Woo!
crazy. And him after so he talks about Loki how that was the speech where he's saying like Loki you're all you make everything worse, blah blah blah. It's the same
So
stuff
you're
Loki's heard. Like
he said you're a villain. He's like,
yeah.
all the bad
Oh
stuff
yeah,
you've done.
yeah,
And
that was a good part. Yeah, he said you're a
he said
villain.
you're
But that's
and bro,
go ahead.
dog, Loki just embrace like that's D-Ren has everything right. But just Loki once again, prime Loki. You see him embrace that. He goes,
Well, can we
and
say
you
Prime
hit
Hiddled,
Middleston?
bro?
Yeah.
Bro, that
Bro,
was a scene, bro. Like that was good.
he put his hands in his pocket and he was like, you know what? You're right. I am a villain. I'm not all good, and I have done very bad things.
Terrible.
And now guess what? I'm gonna do them to you. And I was just like,
Yo. And then like they pulled him back, and then that's when Morbius started talking or whatever. And then he's talking to Morbius like bro, like we're very like don't you want to know what your life is, blah blah blah. And then he called him nobody. You're gonna be a nobody, you're always a nobody. If you stay here, you're sleep. And that's when he
yeah,
kind of loses it. And then they take a break. So like that was the first interrogation session. And then Loki's like, yo, bro, like, and they're like walking like
mhm,
Morbius is basically like he's moving, he's power walking.
yeah.
And Loki's like, he was like, yo, bro, like what happened? He's like, nothing happened, yada yada. And then they get to I don't even know where they're at. They get to a point, and then Morbius is like, yo, where are we at? And Loki's like, I have no idea. I was like, I don't know where we're at. And he's like, bro, but I was following you. And Loki's like, you were clearly walking ahead of me. You're not okay. You want to get some pie? He's like,
you know, make this better. Some pie.
sure. Yeah, let's go. And I'm like, bro, if pie don't make everything better, bro.
And
So
it was funny because if you looked at the back wall, it was literally only key lime pie.
yeah, that's all that was there. So they get key lime pie, and we said it before, but this pie was like bright green. Like
and
if
it was
you
like the
pooped, if you pooped this out, like you would be kind of worried about your poop, bro. It was like,
perfect. It was like the perfect slice too. I can't even
bro.
lie.
Yeah, it looked good. But so they were talking. He's like, yeah, I kind of lost it, blah blah blah. And then Loki asks him, he's like, hey, like, no judgment, but have you really not considered what your life would be if you had never been taken out and brought to TVA? And he gives kind of an insightful answer. They kind of
Mhm.
go back and forth about it, but the gist of his answer was, yes, I've thought about it, but I don't want to know what my life would have been like because I'm afraid that my life would have been better,
Mhm.
and I don't want that rattling in my head the entire time.
I'm sure
So,
over at Disneyland they're gonna make that pie and sell. Oh,
oh
100%.
god, oh god,
100%.
100%.
100%. And I'm gonna buy it.
So I thought that was really cool. I thought that's a
That's
really
good.
interesting perspective to have.
They show the depth of Morbius, bro.
Mhm.
Like he's not just so linear. You know what I mean? Like
Well, because like,
I
and
like that.
what's really weird is that like before that scene, like him talking about no, like I like my life here. This is it. This is me. This is my life. This is my life. It's weird because he took that stance, but in season one, remember he had the magazine of
The jet ski.
of the jet ski, and it's like, and he actually brought it up in like the talk before. So it's like
Mhm.
he's thought about it, but he's
Yeah.
telling everybody no, I don't think about it. It's not that important. This is who I am. So like
And then he
it
finally
definitely showing
get
some
that
depth
answer.
on,
Yeah,
on why like he's kind of put it aside. So
that's dope.
I'm sure they're gonna dive more into that 100%.
I hope he gets this happy
I
ending.
I think what's gonna happen is I think that he's gonna see himself. I think they're gonna go into a
Yeah,
timeline like looking for somebody, and
with
he's
a
gonna
wife
see
and
himself.
kids and be all happy, and that's gonna
Yep.
break him. I can see like the series ending with like
Or
him,
like
like they
you know
figuring
what
out
it's
like,
gonna
oh yeah,
be?
dude.
They're gonna see like a missing poster because remember they just
Mm,
plucked him out of the timeline, so they're gonna
yeah.
see like a missing poster
And
like
he's gonna go back there and be like, "Let me live my life now. Let me be
yeah.
happy." And like, I just want to see him smiling on a jet
I do
ski.
too. I do too. I really do. I really do. So anyway, so like that's so they have the talk and they decide, okay, let's go about this a different way. Like how can we get this guy to talk? And then they talk about like the mischievous, like you gotta be Loki, you gotta be mischievous, you gotta be
Right.
a little evil. So the plan is they go in and they have more or less that's the torture device they put Loki through, right? That kind of put him
Yeah.
into okay, that's what I thought it was. So they will in this machine that's kind of like a torture device, but obviously X5 knows this, and he because it's Loki and Morbius, and he's like, there's in his mind, he's like, there's no way Morbius is gonna do this to me. You have to go through so many protocols to use this machine. You have to have this clearance and blah blah blah. So they wheel it in, and in his mind, he's thinking all this, and Loki's and Morbius is like, "Oh, I forgot the controller. Let me go ahead and get it." So he goes to get it, and Loki locks him out, and
Mm-hmm.
then Loki's like, "Yeah, we're about to do this. We're about to do this torture." And he's like, "There's no way you can't do it because you need the controller." And he pulls up the controller. He's like, "Oh, you mean this one?" And like you can see him, he's getting kind of nervous because he's like, "Okay, well, Loki doesn't work here, so
Yeah.
I don't think he knows the protocols or how to use." So he's getting really nervous, and
Mm-hmm.
Loki's kind of playing around with the controller and like doesn't know. He clearly doesn't know what he's doing, so he's getting really nervous. But basically, this device has the ability to put you in. It almost looks like a time door, but not a door.
Yeah, just
Like a
a
cube
space.
that
Yeah.
you can't get out of, but it can shrink you down. So like he messes around with it and puts a table in this cube and literally shrinks the cube so far down that the table ceases to exist.
Yeah.
So you kind of see the power of it. And then he puts X5 in that box and like starts to shrink it down and shrink it down and shrink it down. And like X5 can't get out of it, but he's losing space and he can't get
And
out of it.
Morbius
So
is at the door like, Loki, no, no.
yeah,
And he's like, Morbius, this ain't a joke, man.
yeah, bro. He's freaking. So he finally spills the beans that says he knows where Sylvie is, and he says he agrees to tell them where she is, and they said, no, you're gonna take us there. So he takes him to that McDonald's in Wisconsin in
Mhm.
1980, whatever the fuck it
Oh,
was.
yeah.
And Loki finds Sylvie. They start talking, and Morbius. First off, listen, McDonald's apple pie is not bad. I
Yeah, but
think
that's what he
Morbius
was
was like,
going for.
bro, Morbius is like really overselling it, but it's not bad. It's not bad. So like, there's Morbius and X5 are sitting talking, and Morbius kind of like he's kind of putting two to two together because X5 is really trying to get out of there. He's really trying to
Yeah.
get back to the TVA, and he's like, "Yo, is this a setup?" And like, turns out that the squad that Docs took, they were going. The reason they have all the explosives that Ham said earlier is they are going to prune. Their goal was to prune all the branches that formed
Mm-hmm.
after Sylvie killed He Who Remains, and that's a lot of branches. It's a lot of branches. So they find that out. They go to where Docs is because X5 helps them where she's at. So they leave, and you just see agents going in and out of doors, in and out of doors, in and out of doors, like multiple
Mm-hmm.
doors. And they notice that that Loki and Sylvie are there, and they just start
Mm-hmm.
bombing, and like they stop some of them or whatever. They don't get everybody, but they get Docs. They get a few of the operatives, but there's many operatives that got away. And then when they get back to the TV, you see like a cool little combat sequence with Loki and Sylvie and them
Yeah.
working together, kinda. But
Don't don't think too much about it.
yeah, bro. I was so mad. She's like, don't. But you can still see that there's some angst between the two.
Oh yeah.
But they get back to the TVA, and the screen of branches that you saw before and what it is now, like they got like it looks like 90% of the branches.
Yeah, they got a
If
lot of
not
them.
every single one of them, bro. It's like there, and like B-15 is like breaking down because she's like all
She's
those
like, those are
lives are
lives.
lost.
Mm-hmm.
Lives of universes are lost, not just like countries or worlds.
But
like universes.
I mean, I got
know
a hot take on that, but
so and then Sylvie's like and Sylvie basically just loses trust in the TVA once again. Like she never really had trust in them to begin with because of her
Mhm.
backstory, but she just loses more trust in them and then just dips.
She's like, I'm
And
going to back home. She's like, if it's still there,
if
basically.
it's still there, exactly. And that's really how the episode ends.
And she's like makes it back home, and she has a little like she's sitting there on the thing, like,
dude. Okay,
eating it.
so hear me out because right before she leaves, they get a ping on Renslayer's TemPad.
Mhm.
So they say that she leaves. She's on the truck. The kid goes, "Hey, like, are you gonna be at work tomorrow?" She says yes. And she asks, "Hey, is your mom picking you up?" Do you think Renslayer is his mom?
No, he's white.
Oh my god, I hate you so much because Katie said the exact same thing, bro. Like, maybe not his birth mother, like adoptive mother, like she got with the guy that she's with.
Nah,
Why was she
Renslayer's
picking
with
that?
King, bro.
Huh?
Renslayer's with King.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I think she's just being very nice to that guy because he's young. Obviously, that's a young kid. You know what I mean? Like, he still lives with his mom,
he
but
looks
he's
like
just
he's like 16, 17.
it's
Yeah.
I feel in my eyes, I took that as like it's a small town. He just like is a really good kid. That's why they make him a manager because he's reliable. He makes sure he gets his stuff done. That's why he's like, "Hey, are you going to be here for work tomorrow?" Like, you know, and he was scared to ask her, so that makes he's young. His mom is still picking him up.
I think that that's I
love-
think there's a reason she picked that timeline. I don't know why, and that's the only like person that we've seen her talk to there.
Mhm.
So, and her asking about it. So I think either him or his mom is someone important. And now that I'm saying it out loud, bro, what is no, it can't be. No, never mind. No, that can't be it. That can't be it. I was gonna say, what if that's Mr. Fantastic? So what's their son? What's their son's name?
Franklin?
Yeah, I was like, for a split second while I was talking about it, I was like, maybe that's Franklin. There's no way that's Franklin. He's too old at that time frame. He's too old for that time frame.
He's too old, and that nigga's too dumb to be Franklin. I'm sorry.
He's not dumb. He's just young. Chill.
Nigga, do you want to know what Franklin was doing at that age? All right,
I don't building time machines, bro.
Exactly.
But anyway, so I mean, I guess maybe it could be no. He was fucking smart too. I think there's a reason that timeline is picked and that she's talking to that kid. I think there's a reason. I hope there is.
Well, I think that maybe that timeline is where Victor is.
You think it's that
Victor Timely?
But wouldn't it be weird that they would bomb Victor's timeline though?
Well, they didn't bomb it because she was still there.
Well, they stopped it. They stopped it. So the whole idea. So from what I was gathering is those.
And then again, is like
those modified Tim pads. Those modified Tim pads, from what I was understanding, they were basically saying, hey, a timeline that has one of these, don't bomb it.
Yeah, but
and
maybe
bomb everything else.
Maybe that timeline she's in, because there's no confirmation on what timeline she's in. If she's in one of the branched off ones, or if she's in a sacred one, because she could be in a sacred one.
She could be on the sacred one. Yeah. So yeah.
So we'll see.
I'm pretty sure we'll see more. But that's kind of like the wrap up of the first 2 episodes. I think it's started off really strong. I'm excited to see where it goes. Obviously, as you see us go through just the description of the first 2 episodes, there's still lots of questions to be answered.
Most definitely.
I'm excited, dude. I'm excited.
All in all, yeah, it's so far a good series. Only 2 episodes. I'm excited.
Only
I'm excited
to see where this goes. What is it? 6 or 7 episodes?
I think it's 7. Yeah. I'm excited to see where this goes and how it wraps up and how this is going to play out in the rest of the MCU for sure. For sure, excited to see how this is going to play out.
But yeah, we've taken so much of you guys' time. Everybody that's been hanging out, Ariel, G Baby, I know Jazz was in here. Who else? I can feel like I'm missing something.
Plugsy was here.
Plugsy was here for a bit. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us while we ramble on. TGP Mark, he was first, so we'll shout him out for that. But guys, thank you for hanging out with us so much. We do appreciate it. We are going to head out. Good luck to everybody throughout the week. And we will
good luck on your fantasy teams. Be sure to tune in Friday for Buzzin'. It'll be D-Rain and Yaman Sunday because myself and TGP Mark will be out of town. Also, get yourselves ready. Play your Spider-Mans and your Miles Morales so you're ready for Thursday because Spider-Man 2 drops. We love you guys. We appreciate y'all. We are out of here.
Adios, guys.
RNG? I don't even know what that means.
No one knows what it means, but it's provocative.
No, it's not. It
gets the people going.
Random news. RNG. TGP. Random news generator. RNG. RNG. Real nigga games. Random news. RNG. Random number generator. RNG. Real nigga games. RNG. TGP. Random news. Random news.
RNG.
RNG. Random news.
Real nigga